So I'm not going to write off Sinners on Vertigo. Let me go ahead and update my interface just a little bit, as we're going to go and find a nice view off the side. Wasn't Ketubor the project there? I don't know about I don't know about coaches in Australia. I know Paradox at the team. I just don't know. I could. Here we go. And now I get to just plug in all these little images here and there. And there we go. Give me one moment. And there we go. We should be all good. We should be good to play. I don't have any sick camera angles on this map like I did on if it ever gets to Overpass, which actually I should check out the full map veto. So our map veto, it's going to be Vertigo, Dust 2, and Mirage. Let me actually fix up my... Well, I don't have a second monitor, so every time I alt-tab, it's going to unfortunately freeze the frame, so I'm going to try and do that as little as possible, and do that while I can. So let's go ahead and switch up the maps in my little bot. In my little bot.
Честные матчи. Что за скины? Ну, я сделаю скрин скину потом. Я же как бы на трансляции, да? Сейчас, скорее всего, мы и начинаем. Вот, допустим, недавно мы смотрели Азию. Вот, а в Телеграме действительно есть что обсудить по поводу Азии. Проблема, что я забыл об этом, когда нас было много. Точно так же, как и про строку доната я забыл. Какой адекватный человек, который запускает стрим, в первую очередь он, наверное, запускает виджет с донатом. А я это делаю на 6-м этапе этого турнира, ладно. Быстренько. Сейчас поножовщина закончится. И я к вам залетаю. 1 second. Just one. Как раз таки тянется время, это прям то, что мне нужно. Зовет. Так, восклицательный знак map надо проверить. Так, все, работает. Восклицательный map. Восклицательный знак. Отлично, тянем время, ребятки, спасибо вам большое. Еще 50 секунд, пожалуйста, оформите мне в ожидании, и я буду прям вообще максимально. Можно еще даже и Telegram проверить. Так, и... Да? Sinners BO3 готово. Восклицательный знак, мэп, все работает. Красиво. Все, вот теперь я точно все настроил, и на этот раз уже вовремя, что меня радует. Всем привет еще раз, дорогие друзья. Приветствую вас. Привет. Саныча знаете, как Саныч всех приветствует? Привет. И мы начинаем. Здесь уже у нас серия Best of 3. Sinners будут противостоять товарищам, которых мы знаем и любим, под названием Gambit. И кто не в курсе, Sinners, представитель Чешской Республики, ужасно опасные молодые люди. Я их не раз комментировал и лицезрел. Писти, красивый, кстати, фраг. Они реально опасные. Они реально опасны, особенно Неофраг и товарищ Канни, который погиб. Если они будут в форме, то тут будет интересно. Ставится плент, открываем Gambit. Получил, кстати, Неофраг. Как только он проверил, мгновенно ему залетело. Но это ни в коем случае не говорит, что у нас Gambit далеко на порядок ниже. Нет, она у нас как раз таки выше. Но сейчас посмотрим тот момент. Там Шок как бы, возможно, и второго подрежет. Аксель забирает троих. Вот, допустим, у нас тоже есть молодые люди, которые умеют стрелять, причем без исключений. Так вот, это не исключает того, что, конечно, Gambit у нас намного выше уровня, но чехи иногда выстреливают что-то невероятное. В 20 я их уже, ну не знаю, 10 матчей точно комментировал, не больше. Поэтому знаю, что они действительно молодцы. И матч, возможно, все-таки будет действительно интересным. Тут у нас самое-самое начало. Gambit взяли первый раунд. Sinners приняли решение все-таки форсить. Есть скаут и 4 дигла. Под 4 дигла закупили, кстати, смоки. Такая мета, которая уже входит прям в рабочую обстановочку. Когда под себя кидаешь смок. 1-2, а лучше 3. И ищешь себе ванвейчик, и диглы работают под каким-нибудь перекрестным огнем, либо там вместе, неважно. Все это приносит плоды. Посмотрим, получится ли сейчас. Шира забирает неофрагу. Ну вот как раз таки есть укрытие, но нету гранат. Дабы вот, допустим... они вообще сейвить идут. Тут даже можно уже ни о чем не говорить. Они просто идут на сейв. Что тоже, в принципе, правильно. Они, первое, не дают возможность подфармить денежку. Если, допустим, в теории у нас товарищ на фане работал с юмпом, да? Он бы как бы подзаработал в любом случае. Они как бы не дают возможность подфармить деньги. Мало того, они и дают возможность себе попробовать зацепиться в следующем с помощью текущих девайсов, которые увидите, которые сейчас на руках. Поэтому тоже неплохое решение. Тем более, сами понимаете, против автоматов Калашникова и так далее стреляться тяжело. Сейчас, ребятки, одну секундочку, отвечу и быстренько к вам приду. Спасибо вам большое за фоллоу, дорогие друзья. Очень приятно, что вы приходите ко мне в гости. Многих вижу уже не первый раз. Это действительно круто. Это все меня питает энергией, и я могу кастить очень много-много-много. Мне нужно просто сейчас ответить быстренько, и я к вам подключусь. Тем более тут экономически от Синнерсов, гамбиты должны с этим справляться. Я надеюсь. И как бы буду с вами. Так, все, я тут как раз таки Неофраг остался в Солянова. А, так они даже 2 девайса выбили, слушайте. Так еще и вот, пожалуйста, 3-й. Плюс калашик, плюс галилчик. Вот помните, я про Неофрага говорил? Вот он, пожалуйста. Он диффузит бомбу, как бы. Товарищ Хоббит, как бы пора. Как бы пора. Успел. Просто многие наверняка не в курсе, потому что Синнерсы, они у нас далеко не тир-1 команда, естественно. Многие с ними не встречались. А я вот как раз-таки, чтобы дойти, по крайней мере, до комментирования текущего матча, в котором я сейчас нахожусь, я как раз-таки вот благодаря Синнерсам где-то месяцок трайхардил вместе с ними. И вот как раз-таки за этой командой из Чешской Республики я вполне обильно наблюдал. Поэтому знаю, что они могут, но гамбиты у нас все равно сильней. Но, надеюсь, хотя бы будет борьба. В любом случае, Хоббит шикарно. Есть уже открытие, причем это закуп на последние деньги. Первая оружеечка. У Кани снайперская винтовка, про которую я говорил. У меня даже на... Ой, тут сейчас промах от него, видите? Подсобил немножко. У меня даже в Твиттере есть несколько хайлайтов с его участием. Причем там таких значимых. Спасибо за фолл, пожалуйста. В идеале тут Зетка нужно было все-таки подсейвить. Подсейвить Кольтецкий он бы все-таки понадобился. Потому что сейчас полноценный экономический раунд до 2000 бай. А вот от Кольта сыграть иногда это приносит плоды. Иногда. Спасибо. На Фаньку немножко подускорили. Это мы любим. Причем замечаю, что это далеко не первый раз у них это происходит. Мне так кажется, что на Фаньку немножко подускоряют. Он что-то отстает. Далеко не первый раз просто наблюдаю. Почему-то именно на Фаньку подрезают в начале раунда. Будем надеяться, что это все-таки случайность, которая дублируется несколько раз. Всем привет, дорогие друзья, спасибо за фоллоу, добро пожаловать. Всем салют. И да, чатик вообще не активный, я пытаюсь тут вам истории рассказывать, а чатик что-то... Я подозреваю, что сейчас произошло следующее. Некоторые конторы, букмекерские, которые опубликовали текущий стрим, спасибо вам большое за это. А молодые люди, которые смотрите, вы не стесняйтесь, переходите в чатик, мы смотрим ужасно интересную игру. Вот, и... Соединяйтесь. Не стесняйтесь. Так, все. Сейчас заканчивается вот этот раунд. Синнерсы делают себе полноценный закуп, мощнейший. Хотя, возможно, еще зацепиться с диглами. Тоже вариант. Часик сконцентрирован на игре. Но это тоже хорошо, на самом деле. Главное, чтобы не перегорели. Проверит ли Зетка? А Зетка нужно проверять. Тем временем Шок успел, кстати, добрать одного тиммейта, но все равно разменялись. Неофраг. Все на твоих руках. Так. Неофраг. Есть пробитие. И последним патроном добирает товарища Шира. Повторюсь еще раз. А вы помните, что в начале я отмечал Неофрага и Кенни? Помните?
B-Stick opening it up, and Neofrag, the thing is about that is Gambit aren't necessarily stupid, because they think that Neofrag may have pushed down a ramp, he might try to get the AK from Nafany. So there was some doubt regarding that, and Hobbit wasn't covered on the plant, and Shiro misses a couple of shots and goes down. First on the board for Sinners, and a necessary one at that. They need to slow down the onslaught from Gambit. That was the first step. Zedko on the secondary AWP looking to duel off against Shiro. And Shiro actually takes a leg shot there. Down to only 15 HP. As well, Neofrag and Nafany, a group of Russians, will duel it out. As that's an interesting boost. Cheeky line, and Nafany might be the man to actually walk into it. Rarely checking out for this one. It's Nafany, he's so close to them. Is he going to jump up on the sandbag? Oh, the flashbang is excellent. And he's going to topple them. 2 headshots. The IGL for Gambit is quite the fragger. showing off why and playing Jenga with Sinners.
Come on. Co je dobrý. Já jsem se otáčel, ale jestli tohle znají,
Já
tak
taky, jo,
ať mi
já jsem
vyvolí
taky, ale-
vole. Ty pičo,
Jako
vole.
dal mi white jak white man, no.
Jako jsem vole nic, no, kurva.
As Shock is pushing up short. I stay silent for the little comms moments. Shock pushing up short, gets dealt with though, and well, it's Canny on the bomb site. He has armor, but Zedco doesn't. They're lining up a nade for this bomb planter, and there's low HP bars. Look at Gambit, but it's going to be Inters with the bomb. He's not going to go up and smoke. Keep this momentum in their hands and have a chance. Lost bonus is still there. Neofrag should be able to buy up an M4 in the next, but Shock and Basic will be compromised. Likely MP9s or FAMASs to be done with. But yeah, a lot of low HP bars for Gambit will spell their, unable to be capitalized upon. He turns away at the wrong moment, but wasn't really the wrong moment. They're not gonna push forward. They're not gonna hunt these guys down. They're just gonna, well, actually,
Tak ten bus by asi jak nešel,
and no one will go down. And there you go. Gambit with a 5th now. The Sinners still retain the double ops, so anything is possible, really. Neofrag can buy himself an M4. Actually, gonna get dropped over by his teammates, I believe. I don't say to see the money situation. I don't know if that's a bug or not. Hopefully not. But anyways, it is going to be a solid buy coming out from Sinners. Better than I actually thought it would be. Oh my gosh, Kenny gets run boosted out into the middle of ramp. No frag to be had though. Smoke's obscuring his vision. He's going to have to fall back. No opening pick granted. It's looking like it'd be a slow grind of a round, except for Zedco, who's going to find Hobbit lurking in middle. And that could be potentially a facet to exploit from the Gambit T side. Hobbit caught out alone, untraded. Now it looks like this might. Round is going to keep slowing down for Gambit. Every piece of utility they use has to be well placed. And Anthony is going to be pushing up. He's going to be on entry duty. He's been so good on it as well. Cracking open bomb sites left and right. Potentially going to get flashed in by Shiro. And all 4 Ts are here on the A ramp, and B-Stick is here. Oh, and it's not looking good. The flashbangs are excellent. Canny on the bomb site. He has to hold this one down, and Canny's going to miss his shots, and Napany and Axel combine for 3. All 3 members on the bomb site, and it's just a non-existent hold from Sinners. No frags going the other way.
Jako rampu takhle, tak nikdy nevyhrajeme školu na té straně.
Tak já tam klidně brabě, pokud budu mít spawn, ale bohužel
Musíme dát to jak buzeranti.
Neflash o sekundu, ty piče, jak mám,
Tak oni hráli ten swing s tím molotovem, no.
It's gonna be a save from Sinners.
To bude ten swing.
Now, while I have no idea what they're saying,
Nevím, kámo, prostě nehrajme nic, ty vole, co máme naučené, že smukneme rampu a hrajte si každý faceit. Vlastně tam vycinkáme nějak.
going over their game plan. I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna mute up after this one just because crap, they haven't really agreed for their coin. Yeah, for their they didn't really agree for their comms to be released, so I'm gonna go ahead and be a decent caster, and there you go. No, I think you sure, man? Because I feel like they didn't really agree to have their comms released, and well, I heard some mid-round tactics going in, so just like I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to get harkened upon. Hopefully, you guys. Okay. All right. Now B-Stick, he's going to be pushing very close to ramp side, and oh well, Axel has opened up the B-bomb site now, and he's going to hear all these rotations. The CTs the Ts have left, and now it's going to be leaving Shock here. Zedco has gone down, but Shock is going to be picking up the mantle. Zedco's AWP has been picked up. Oh, but he's unable to readjust onto Daphne, and this bomb site is free for the taking. Kenny, he has hit some shots, but Axel is going to go in and run him down. And it's just been sort of brute force gameplay from Gambit. It hasn't been flashy kills. I talked about the individuals prior to this match, but really they've just been running onto the bomb sites and making good mid-round calls, and Sinners overstepping somewhat. And now it's Neofrag in a 1-on-5, and there you go. Well, Nathany is the individual who's been stepping up, hitting the flashy shots on the entries. And he's been good for a lot of these rounds, as you're going to hear a little beep, beep, beep. Or are you? No, it'll be in a little bit. I'm charging my phone to my computer right now. Anyways, 7-1. So now, Gambit are heavily in the driver's seat right now on Vertigo, on Sinner's map pick. They've looked good on it previously, but they've had a long day of Counter-Strike. Perhaps the fatigue might be getting them. B6 sitting inside the smoke. As he's going to hear these rotation, or these reloads, all these little sound cues given up. He doesn't necessarily... Oh, the smoke will fade, though, and Nathani spots the barrel, he spots the head, and B6 will be able to convert. An opening frag, finally, for Sinners. Something to be said here. As actually, with that, full ramp control, for the most part, is established. Hobbit and Shiro looking to push back into it, though. Utility being toyed around with. Hobbit self-flashes himself. All 4 members here, and B6 might be overwhelmed. Hobbit's gonna jump up. Oh, and Hobbit's gonna take him down. Oh, and Hobbit again. Hobbit's just on a tear. And this A-bomb site just free for business. There's no one here. This is just a free bomb site. This is a Gambit round. It's just disappointing to watch. It's a little bit of boring Counter-Strike. It's just 2 frags and the round's done. Sort of saddening to see. 8-1 now. As Sinners, they are starting to get into a very bad spot. If they could pull off 6 rounds on their CT side, maybe there is something to be said, but against a heavily favored opponent, they're already down. They have to make a comeback now. 8-1. It's been looking dominant from Gambit. Hobbit might be walking into a crosshair. Candy's not going to peek out. He's going to be patient. Just going to let him pass. And there will be no AWP brought into the round, but they can be M4s still bought up. 3 weapons saved, and a little bit of a pause coming in from Sinners. Not sure there's much to be had, though. M4s are out. But it's going to be so hard to make a comeback against that resilient Gambit economy. Already, most of their players sitting around the $10,000 mark. Buys will be just churned out from Gambit left and right, even if they lose the rounds. And Sinners, they have yet to really find a complete option to Gambit's side, but the tactical timeout, allowing Ketipor to really speak to his players, might be something to say. As we're going to go in to unmute the players now. Eight to 1. And M4 is out for Sinners. No AWP on Canny. Not that they've really had success. It's really been B6 on the ramp. A shock is already going to go down. Trying to push mid. Trying to push the issue. Trying to take that mid control. But Hobbit stands tall. And now Shiro on the off. And that's another frag gifted over to Gambit. 1 by 1 they walk into the crosshair. And now it's leaving Zedko alone on the B bomb site. It's going to be tested. He's already taken a huge nade. And he's softened up, just looking to be cleaned up. But he's going to line up 1. He almost finishes off Shiro, but him crouching behind the stairs potentially saves the round for Gambit. Keeps Sinners out of it. Now 2 on 4 in the retake. Low HP bars again. But just another dismaying round for the Czech side, unless Vista can find this, which he will not. And now it's leaving Neofrag a 1 on 4, and something that's just so undoable. Hobbit is already on the hunt, but I think they're just going to miss each other here. Neofrag's going to be going around on the ramp side. As if Neofrag comes back up onto the site, he's actually dead here. But they should start closing on his position. And right now, it's going to be funny, because they're going to realize that he's actually not here on this A bomb site. They're going to be wondering where he potentially went. And now they know that he's towards the ramp, and Hobbit is going to find him, and he's going to try and pick up the AK. A little bit greedy from Mr. Neofrag, and that will not reward him at the end of the day. Just give me a short moment. Am I really a 16-year-old? Yes, I am. Give me a moment, and yeah, we're good. I'm really 16. Correct. I'm a youngin'. My first console was the PS3, I think it was. Oh, well, anyways, Shock is going to open up. He's actually pushed all the way through middle. He actually scavenged himself an AK as well. Huge amounts of map control, and this is really the way that they can leverage themselves. They can find these lurks out of middle and get these opening frags. 1 for 1, though. And Shock has a lot of control. He can be on a very fast flank. He can actually deny these rotations between these two bomb sites if he wants to. He's going to be pushing forward, but now Canny is going to be tested on ramp, and these flanks have to be coming in fast, and B-Stick is actually going to go down, and now it's leaving Canny, the only man on this A bomb site. He's going to get naded. He has to be good for at least one. He has to slow them down, but he's not going to be able to find any. Now Shock is on the fast flank, but it's not even worthwhile. They're already aware of this. Already aware of it. Shock can't really do anything here. Now it's Zedko on the bomb site, and he'll just get dealt with by Nappany. And this looks like it's going to be 10-1. It's looking like it's going to be dominance from Gambit. They've just been tactically outplaying their opponents. Just leveraging the 4-on-4s. It doesn't matter. Brute force executing a bomb site, dealing with the pistols with ease, and just leaving Shock potentially to... Or not just potentially, he's trying to look to save his AK, but the question is, will he be will he be able to survive? Gosh, tongue twisters, I know. Ten to 1, and Gambit in the driver's seat, in control. It's a Sinner's game to battle back. As we might hear a little because my phone just turned on.
Terrorists win.
And 10-1. And it's starting to look grim for Sinner. There's a little... There we go. I called it. What can I say? By any means, 10-1. And Gambit. It's Gambit's have to win. And... Well, Sinners, they got to start putting up rounds. They've looked competitive in some of them, but some of them they have not. And Canny, you cannot afford to miss these shots. He's getting a shot. He's looking to be chased down by Nappany. But he'll just escape his grasp. But the thing is, there's still an opening frag for them. Neo frag goes down in middle again. And B-Stick is going to go down on short side. It's just looking hopeless. And Shock is going to get shot on the side. It's such a discombobulated hold from Sinners. And now Canny's out in the open. He only gets one and done. And it's just dominance from Gambit on their executes. Just picking them apart, just completely dismantled. They're not even slowed down by the counter utility, and if you're Sinners, you've got to be feeling terrible right now. They're just simply getting outclassed, and now Zedko trying to hold on to his M4. He's going to hit a nice readjustment on the Hobbit, but Axel will deny him. And we just look at the scoreboard for Gambit. They're just like... Everyone rocking in. Nice kill-death ratio, while on the side of Sinners, it's just no good. Canny has not been able to land any of his shots. Shock not having his impact that he had on Inferno against X6. And a different look of Sinners. I actually have to update my stream title. I'll do that in a few. Right now, Gambit firmly in the driver's seat. Dust 2 is the next map. And that is really where Gambit shine. It is a dominant map for them. It'll be a tough comeback if Sinners are going to want to be able to make it past Dust 2. We're still on Vertigo, and I've seen. I mean, 11-4 halves are actually a reality, and B-Stick is going to be playing this cheeky line towards the sandbags, and he's actually going to be able to escape. Opening frag. Oh, that Neo frag. Oh, my God. That is so disappointing, and Hobbit is going to be running up with the AK, and he's going to find B-Stick as well. And it's just so... It's so dismaying right now, Shock. Oh, he has an AWP sitting behind a smoke. Opening frag, but 3 frags go the way of Gambit, and he's just going to be taken out. Desperation plays from Sinners to try and secure it, but nothing is working right now. Gambit are just so resilient, so drilled on these A bomb site executes. It is so tough for Sinners to come back into it. Zedkill will get 1. Might consider just going for the hell of it. They're already running away. They're already trying to... Hold on. If he's able to pick up a kit here, which he is... Oh, but he's not going to go for the defuse, unfortunately. And now Hobbit should be hunting him down. He's already in middle, and Hobbit is just waiting for him. The secret agent. It's funny. If he grabbed the kit there, he actually could have potentially stuck the bomb defusal there. But there's no way that he knows that they're all running away from the bomb. And Hobbit is just the Grim Reaper waiting for him. And gives him a nice little greeting. So, well, into the stratosphere goes the short side smoke, as Kenny is going to be flying into the ramp side, even takes a nade, and that's going to be tough, and Hobbit opens up the round again and again, forced by desperation, but oh, Kenny unable to convert another frag. Flashbangs are great, but Kenny... Well, Nafny is greater. Kenny unable to frag out there. They're going to flash out mid, but Axel has opened up the B-bomb play. It is just failure wherever they are met. Wherever they look, and it's looking just to be another clean round from Gambit. The bank accounts are just full right now. They're private island status. Private island tier bank accounts, as it's the final round of the half, and Sinners have just been beat into the ground on this one. As well, now another poor buy from Sinners, but can they make it work? Gambit are taking all of these rounds seriously despite being up so much. They're still disciplined despite it, and they're going to keep fragging. Hobbit pushing past the smokes. Traded 1 for 1, but that favors the T's heavily, especially considering the weaponry and utility advantages that they already have. So now Axel and company are going to be pushing up the stairs side. Going to be lining up this BX utility, and Zedko. He's not had much success here. But if they even want to have a little bit of a chance, a little bit of a last laugh on this map, he has to find something. He's found Axel, but Inters trades against the rotate of Canny. And now, well, Inters will now find Zedko, and a 2-on-3 retake. Already looking grim. Neofrag is here on the scene. Oh my gosh, I tried to make something look good for Sinners, but they just can't run over. And Hobbit has just been a monster. It's everybody's turning up to play. I don't know, 14-1.5 on the T side. They're making it look like it's Gambit's own pick. This is Sinners' map pick. And this is supposed to be Gambit's, statistically, their worst map. Oh, but it's just been so stressful. And they have to bounce back on Dust 2, which is Gambit's map pick. Which will be just another uphill battle. It's looking dire for Sinners. You might just want to call Vertigo wrapped up and done. Might be considering looking to Dust 2 already. As we're going to be hopping into the match 14-1, and Gambit with a massive lead. Looking like a tier 1 opponent here. They're so drilled, so disciplined on their T side, as well as the individuals firing off. Tactically, they're aware. There's no holes in their game, it seems. As now it's just going to be a B-rush, desperation play, and Shock will actually open up as Canny in middle. Now it's going to be Axel on this B-bomb site. Flashbangs are good, and well, Axel, he's going to be good for 2-on-3 retake. Coming into the bomb site, but Nafany is looking to take the initiative. B, stick around this box, around the site box, and he will be able to convert, but there's a lurk. Oh, and Shiro's able to find him. And now it's going to be leaving Zedko in a 1-on-2. Kit on Nafany, but that's just a fake. Zedko is going to reveal his position, but he's going to tap it, and he's realized that there's not going to be anything there. Oh, but Nafany's just going to stick it in the 2-on-3 retake. It's just so easy for Gambit. 14 match points. Tough luck. As the final desperation buy from Sinners. It's only the second round of the second half, but it's already match point. Gambit lead by 14, and only Khalil's to speak of. It's over. I'm sorry. Shock is pushing into middle. He's actually gotten a good amount of map control, but you know, maybe little things. He's actually in a spot enters. He's going to go underneath him. And actually, there's something to be had here. But there's still 2 men on this A bomb site. And Nafany has been a beast this entire game. And, well, does he know that Shock is in the back lines right now? Axel will be able to hold down this B bomb site all on his lonesome. Does he know about Zedko, though? Is the real question. It would be catastrophic if Zedko fell off the map here. Playing close to the edge, and now Shiro will be able to battle it back into a 3-on-3. They've been coming in 1 by 1. Oh, but Shock has gotten himself into a position where he has to actually drop down to make noise if he wants to get out of this position. He's kind of painted himself into a corner, and as he drops down, Axel's going to be coming around the corner. Shock will be able to secure the frag, though, and that's actually going to open up this bomb site, but the bomb still needs to be retrieved. There's 40 seconds left on the clock, and look where Nafany is. He's still on ramp. Oh my gosh, Nafany has hit a crazy timing. He's going to find them both looking the wrong way, but he's going to whip a little bit of his shots here. Shock is only on 19 HP, though. 2-on-2 now. Nafany knows exactly where Shock is, and now Zedko coming up from ramp. Oh my, Nafany's going to lock it down with all 3, and that's going to be at 16-1 on Sinner's map pick. Easy pickings for them, as we're going to be heading to map number 2, which is Dust 2 dominance from Gambit. And just it's just an absolute sitter of a game from them, as it's going to Gambit will go 1-up in the series, and we're going to be heading to their map pick of Dust 2. Maybe, just maybe, Sinners can claw it back there, but don't go anywhere, because there's still opportunities to be had for Sinners. Maybe they can make something look a little bit better on Dust 2. I'm going to kick it to a bit of a break. I'll go into my little pregame spiel about Dust 2. But for now, Sinners go down 1-zip. Complete dominance to Gambit. 16-1. Easy as you like it. As there we go. Gonna kick it to a break, and we'll be back at the other side of it. Later. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have loaded into Dust 2, and this is really where Gambit come to shine. This is really their home map. This is where they come to play. But it's where, I mean, in addition, I mean, Sinners, they have an alright win rate on it. It's not great. I mean, they haven't beat necessarily the greatest teams on it. They've lost heavily to teams like Endpoint previous. But they beat teams like Nexus on it, who are a solid team on it. But Gambit is just a different beast when it comes just down to the stats, down to the performance, down to the rankings, everything pointing in the direction of Gambit, especially after that 16-1 Vertigo performance. And just it was more or less a bloodbath for Sinners. Just no success being found on every single front. They didn't even, none of their players even broke double digits in kills, and it was just sheer dominance from Gambit. But now we're going into Dust 2, and there might be some new life breathed into Sinners. Again, this is Gambit's real playground. This is where they just annihilate teams. They beat teams like real teams like Virtus Pro. They've beaten Endpoint on it, who typically pick the map. Virtus Pro, I believe, picked into Dust 2, and Virtus Pro have been on fire lately. They've beaten North on it. They've beaten actual top 30 opposition on it. And Sinners, they're just a different, lower caliber team than the likes of Gambit, and they're showing it here. So Sinners, they still have a ways to go to make it into the top 30. But they've made strides in a lot of these qualifiers, and it's happy to see them out here nonetheless. But maybe we can see some more competition out from Sinners on this map. They're not completely tactically deficient, it feels. But it seems like, yeah, again, what Mark is saying is actually a great take. Is that having experience, the more experience that Sinners get against this top level opposition, the better they become. They learn from their mistakes, and they come back better on another day. And so these qualifiers facing off against teams like Endpoint, Sinners are actually starting to get real competition outside of their local Czech competition, as well as just like the teams inside of ESEA Advanced. They're starting to face off against real Tier 1 professional teams. And so, good experience for them. It's unlikely that Sinners will take Dust 2. But I don't like to leave things as they are. Of course, Gambit had sheer dominance on Vertigo, so we'll take it a little bit more relaxed on this one. Just be chilling a little bit more. But Gambit have just been showing sheer dominance today. So we're going to go and kick it over to this. We're going to find a nice little view, and I'm going to fix up my little... There we go. Just a nice little place in the tunnels. There we go. Bang. And so we're just kind of chilling here for now. Gambit far ahead in the series. 16-1 on Vertigo, and now we're heading into Dust 2. And Gambit, heavily in the driver's seat already. The momentum should be in their hands, as well as this being their map pick already. And individually, Sinners just did not show up to play on Vertigo. They missed a lot of crucial shots, which could have turned the game in their favor, or at least somewhat, put up more than at least a round. But Canny was not firing on all cylinders on the AWP. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows for them. So we're just going to be chilling. see what Sinners have in store. I feel like at this rate, Sinners have nothing really to lose. Of course, they lost their own map pick 16-1, and I mean, I've seen comebacks of this caliber. If anyone remembers what happened to Mad Lions, Mad Lions 16-0'd Endpoint, and then Endpoint went on to win the series 2-1. Now, Mad Lions and Endpoint are two different teams than Gambit and Sinners, and I don't feel like Gambit are the type of team to choke a series like that. They are very disciplined, they are very consistent. And the thing about the Gambit players is they have a very great mentality. They rarely fall into like a pit of despair. So they're a very drilled lineup. So good to see. So we're just gonna lean back and turn up the music even. And so all of the players have joined into the server. So let's go ahead and turn down the vibe and music. Kick up the volume, 2.2. And there we go. Match is about to go live, and they're going to play out the knife round here. Sinners versus Gambit. And it is the map pick of Gambit, and they are definitely in the driver's seat when it comes down to this. It seems like they're going to miss each other, though. Funny as it is, they all go in through the long doors, and around the world, 5 men. Outside of long is going to be the battlegrounds for the knife round. As some stabby going the way. It looks like they're outnumbered here, outmatched, except for B-Stick and Neofrag. They're going to frag out with the knives. Oh, but Shiro's going to be stabbing. Oh, Shiro with a double kill, and Shiro with a triple kill. What incredible aim. There we go. 0-0. As we're going to kick off with the pistol round, and Gambit came out on top, so they're going to go ahead and select the CT side to start off. Sinners on the T side, belt to utility for 2 of their players, and, well, the mentality might be broken for Sinners, but pistol rounds still win. There's still another map they play, Dust 2, the home turf of Gambit. And let's see if Sinners can somehow make it their own. They're going to be gathering up towards top middle. Smoke's flying out, flashbang out as well. Xbox smoke is already in, and Zedkill is going to be flying up catwalk uncontested. It's going to be Axel to hold them off. Canny on a bit of a long lurker. There's no one on this A-bomb site. It's just up to Axel to frag, and this is definitely the place you do want to be fragging from. But it looks like he's not going to land a headshot. So there's not going to be anything to be found. Canny is going to be sitting on this long lurk. And right now, it's just a thorn in the side for these CTs. But now they're discounting it. And Canny is going to be making his way through, except for Shiro. He turned away at the wrong time, and Shiro's able to find the first frag into the retake. As now Snappany and company are dueling it on the bomb side, but Shiro's able to trade up on a B-Stick. And now it's going to be a 3-on-3 as Zedko finds Snappany on the bomb site. There's a kit on the back of Inters. And Hobbit, he's going to frag out, and there's going to be kills across the map, but this Inters, he needs to have the kit, and the kit will actually save the round for Gambit. It's going to be close, but Inters will secure the defuse, and that's going to be at 1 zip, and Gambit win the pistol. And I believe that Hobbit would have still had it if, Gambit still would have had it even if Hobbit stick the defuse, but Inters comes there as an insurance policy. And secures the round. 1 zip for Gambit. And Galil's out aplenty for Sinners. Force Spy is in. Looking to make their way down the lower B tunnels. And really, Dust 2 comes down to the frags. Is really the whole deal there. Because bomb site executes are so simple on Dust 2. You only really need 2 smokes for each bomb site. Maximum. Unless you want to really overdo it. So that's where it comes down to the frags. And Kenny, he's going to be able to find the first one of the round. Hobbit goes down. And the first gunfight goes the way of Sinners. In round number 2. A very impactful round, nonetheless. Winning the Force Spy will actually put Sinners into economic advantages. Weaponry advantages will be there. It'll completely break the money. Shiro's going to dunk Kenny. And he's going to find... Oh, and he's actually going to pick up the M4 from his fallen teammate. And now Neofrag. Oh my gosh, it just frags across the board. The round just ends in a snaps. Just in a couple seconds. All 5 kills just... Sinners vaporized in the face of Shiro. Because now we're going to be heading into the 3rd round of play, and Sinners already falling behind. The Force Spy, it looked good to start off, but then frags out and frags out, but no shots are landed. Axel doing it long, and now Axel's going to win the duel. It looks like it's going to be a fairly clean round. Zedko with the deagle. But now they know exactly where he is. They're going to probably close in on this position. And they're just kind of mulling around Zedko, like letting him think about his mistakes, but Hobbit will give him 1 to the thinker, and that's going to be 3 zip. Sinners out with the buy, though. That was essentially the full eco. The Eagles and Armor will make way for the guns. As Kenny on the AWP, just going to be flying out towards the long side, looking for an opening pick, looking for a freebie. Shiro has one, and they're already going to cross past the long corner, and Kenny will be presented with nothing. Basic is going to be making his way up catwalk, but Shiro is here. Will Shiro keep pushing, however? No, he will hold onto the line, and Beastic is going to be walking. No, what the hell? Beastic actually hits that shot, but Kenny, with no head armor, will go down to the 1 bullet of Nathany, and enters, finding a frag on this B bomb site, and Auto Director's not helping me out today. Beastic is going to be lurking through the smoke on to the mid doors, but he just misses Nathany walking into the B bomb site. And now Hobbit with an AWP, they pushed all the way through middle. They might make the incorrect call that this is actually a B bomb site take. Hobbit is more aware of the catwalk, but look who's already in CT. Oh, Axel from top middle drops the bomb. Zedko and Sinners and the rest of Sinners are in a whole world of hurt, it seems. As oh my gosh, it's just domination everywhere on all sides of the map. Neofrag will find Axel on top middle. That's it. Just so much map control and space just being taken by Gambit. There's a lot to be said here, because even losing the opening pick, Gambit just takes space so easily towards the long doors. And even going like 1 for 1, it looks like it's going to be a fast long play. They're going to try and send out Neofrag. A little bit of frustration by the hero AK. Again, nothing will present itself. Very patient are the CIS squad. And Nathany's already in lower B tunnels. And there goes Shock, and Shiro's going to be firing off in top middle. And Kenny, he actually sees his head, but Shiro doesn't recognize it as such. Now Kenny should be dead. Hobbit will find him. And a flawless round. 5 up. And Sinners. Oh, it's just paining me to watch this match. Because they're not hitting the shots. They're getting outplayed in every single aspect of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. They're fragging. It's not feeling it. You just don't feel good. There's going to be a long VOD review session for Sinners after this game. They don't have a lot of officials to be played. So there will be a lot of there's a lot to learn from Sinners in this matchup, as well as it's been a very, very long day for them right now. I mean, for me, if I check the time, it is midnight in Europe. I think it's actually 1 a.m. for most of the Gambit youngsters players. So in actuality, Gambit are worse off here, but they've been on the grind. They have something like 150 maps played in recent, at least in the last 3 months. So they are used to this sort of grind. But Sinners, they gotta be feeling it. Basic will get hit in the face. Need a helmet for that one. He will get chunked down. Hobbit's getting boosted up. They're so aware of this mid to B split already. I mean, earlier Sinners were having a blast on Inferno against Existence, but now they face a much more serious opponent, probably the highest rated opponent in the whole open qualifier, the highest rated opponent that hadn't been invited to the event. Gambit, of course, they were the favorites to make it to the main event to start off with. Sinners aren't necessarily expected to win this match. But you can just see why Gambit are the favorites in this one. As Axel, I expect him to be good for one. They're not going to throw a flashbang, so this could spell the end. B-Stick is actually going to be clearing this corner, but Axel is going to find one. Zedko there with the trade, however. And now Shiro, he's going to be holding down from car side. He has to be aware of his catwalk, though. He has to be aware. And Hobbit's going to be swinging out. It's only Neofrag on a scout, though. He's not much of a threat. And Shiro's going to be firing off. There's a long side. He's actually going to get dealt with. And now Hobbit, he's sort of alone here, but he's actually going to find the cat lurk. And a 3-on-3. Potentially going to be had for Sinners. Hobbit playing up close to these smokes. Flashbangs are there for Gambit. They could flash through the smoke, but instead they're going to go for the boost. And Nafany peering over the top. He spots the barrel of shock, and now he spots not just the barrel, as shock will go down. Zedko now on the bomb site will get dealt with Inters, and Canny just fully blinded up by Hobbit, and 6-0, and no frags found in the post plant for Sinners. Gambit with an easy 6th round. Good retake for them. Yeah, there you go, Chronoshift. Yeah, X6. I mean, every team I believe that Gambit has faced off against, it has just been complete and utter annihilation. So you can't really fault Sinners for not doing well here. Gambit have been on fire, not just in these qualifiers, but in every real match they play in these Tier 2 tournaments. They've just been winning them over and over again. The grind has really been paying off for these guys, and they might get another Tier 1 event under their belt. Mid to B smokes out for Sinners. They have the control, but the counter utility from Gambit has dealt a great deal of damage for them. But Inter spamming the smoke will cost him his life. But Nafany and Hobbit will battle back with 2. Hobbit staring over the smoke. No more tease will present itself. Now it's just Shiro, and then Flops like what a headshot on a Canny. Now just leaving Zedko in a 1-on-3. Shiro going for the no scopes. And now a 1-on-2. Zedko looking to convert the clutch. It would be instrumental if they want to have some signs of life in this game. He might start to figure out that there's no one towards middle. But he's going to be pushing up just at the worst possible time. Axel rushing in from the B tunnels, and that will spell the end of Zedko. 7-0. And Gambit, they're already rolling in money. Some of their players are already at 5-digit economy. And it's just sheer domination again. Gambit, they just don't hesitate on their calls as well. They are just... The plan of action is fluid for them. They don't hesitate. They say, oh, yep, we're going to instantly go for the two-player tunnel retake for the B-bomb site. They don't hesitate, and Axel with 3. Alrighty then, Axel and Nafany will clean. Shiro and Nafany will clean up. I didn't leave auto director on. I sort of looked away at the worst possible time, but just Gambit, not Gambit, not even the youngsters anymore. They have surely grown up, and they're showing it. Just body the long take from Sinners. Not even a chance, just a little whimper as Axel goes down, but just clean rounds back and forth. Zedko, another long attempt. As Hobbit, free kill for him. Canny just goes flying through the smoke. And look who's already taking so much space in mid. Actually, Nafany will go down. It's just like, there's nothing to be said. You just see Shiro firing on all cylinders. Every player is doing well. Shiro already at 13 kills. And now, well, it's going to take quite the miracle to make it. There's Axel playing a little bit of dangerous game, jumping up and down. Playing a little bit of hopscotch. Molotov will force Neofrag back, potentially into that angle, but now Hobbit is going to take a little bit of initiative. Oh, and he's going to dispose of the M4 from his teammate, and he'll just land a headshot. It's been like a 100% headshot rating, I feel like, from all of these Gambit players. Hobbit spraying shock through a wall, and Zetko's actually going to find the B anchor, but Hobbit is able to stand tall. And a 4K for him on the round. 11-1 is Hobbit. And right now, Sinners have found no traction into any round. They found a 3 versus 3 post plant, and everything from Gambit has just been flawless. It's been robotic from them. Just perfect Counter-Strike being played right now, and Sinners just have yet to really have... They don't really have any answers for themselves. They're going to send Shock flying up the catwalk side. And if he pushed past the Molotov, perhaps Hobbit might have been caught unawares. But now the impetus is on Nafany. He's going to spot the ball jumping up on the catwalk. Is he going to get traded? He will. Basic was going to be able to find that, but he spotted the bomb in the process. But they're going to come flooding out of the mid doors. Basic and company with the bomb on his back are going to be flying in. And it's going to be Inters alone. He has utility out, and they're going to eventually find him, but he's holding fast in the back of the bomb site. Canny on 1 HP. Almost goes down. A nade on Axel could actually stop the bomb plant, but they're stuck behind the CT smoke. And actually the re-smoke comes in. This could be a huge detriment to the Gambit retake. This might be a round for Sinners, and there you go. The barrel of Axel found, and Shock will find Hobbit. Finally, some signs of life from Sinners, and likely a first round on the board. I'm going to be surprised if Shiro saves here. As Shiro, he's going to hear, actually, Shock up on catwalk. As now, is he going to push past? He's going to push into this little corner. He might be aware of Shock. Actually, he spots his feet. He's looking for... Oh, and he shoots him in the family jewels. As, well, Sinners actually get their first round of the board. No 16-0 has been denied. And there's still, I mean, a sign of life, I guess. Still rolling in dough are Gambit. So, and they're going to be going out for the long take. I feel like this is going to be a bloodbath for Sinners. Actually, they successfully get out the long door without getting sprayed down by Axel. But now it's going to be Inters. He's here at the pit side, and he's found one. A Hobbit from Car, though. It's been a bloodbath, as mentioned, and now Basic... He's actually going to pick off Hobbit now with 2-on-2, a chaotic round, but Sinners even it up. Shiro and Nafany to face off, however, and Shiro is just peering down his scope, looking for the cross. As the cross smokes are coming in, but a massive gap is going to not afford them any solace in this one. There might be a smoke to pick up on one of these bodies, though. As Nafany's already made his way towards this A bomb site. And Nafany is going to look to find B-Stick. Zedko is actually going to be able to enter onto the bomb site. Hold on here. Now Shiro in a one-on-one with Zedko. Coming in from the long side, potentially not expected. Zedko's actually going to jump down to the CT, but he might find Shiro, or Shiro might find him. Who will frag? He's going to pull out his knife at the worst possible moment, and Zedko with the pristine timing will actually secure the round for Sinners. 2 in a row. And the run boost across, and Zedko with the 1-on-2. Solid stuff. Canny on the AWP, looking to spot the mid-cross, nothing there. And early cat aggression, it seems like, from Gambit. A little bit of cat setup, but it's going to be the B rush instead. Inters is going to be tested. The B bomb site anchor, he has to get more than one here, and he's going to get one. Not more than that. And now Canny, his B bomb site has been taken, and Canny will find Hobbit. And now an actual realistic retake with Nafany. He's going to be lurking inside of the smoke. The flashbang is excellent from Shiro. He's going to find two walking in the bomb site. Kenny misses a shot. And now Basic alone on the bomb site. He's going to be able to find one instantly traded by Axel. And just, the deal is there. It's actually no one's real fault. Because the smoke on the doors allowed Nafany extra space into the bomb site. It actually allowed him to be sitting inside of the smoke inside of the bomb site, and he's just waiting for a flashbang. The flashbang is excellent. Kenny misses a shot and earns him a 3-frag and a 3K in the round. And right now, I just feel like Sinners are not necessarily feeling it right now. Kenny, normally a fairly skilled opper in his own regard, is just not on fire today. Beastic is going to be pushing into long doors. Will get smoked out, however. A couple assists on Shiro's belt, potentially, if they go down. There's a whole host of utility. They're going to be walking into this short setup, and... Oh, come on, Hobbit. Hobbit will get traded out, and Shock is going to TK Canny. But Neofrag is actually going to find the mid-aggression, and they're going to be walking out of middle for this mid-B split. And now Shiro, anything to be found there? No, Inters is playing at the big box. And he's going to be hearing him coming up through window side. And he's going to get one falling into sight. He's going to find two. And it's just going to end. Axel, on the cat push, is able to clean out the mid player. And see, the thing is, when they push forward, they vacate their mid control. So all of this space is just eaten up by Gambit. And a fast flank is able to secure them the round. Early stuff. Well... Not early stuff, but what am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm a little exhausted myself. Canny is going to get flashed out of long, and finally some map control for Sinners. Oh, but Nafany is just going to nullify that, and they're going to clear out upper tunnels, and they should send everyone towards this A bomb site. Beastic will be going through T-spawn to reposition here. Nafany will stay in the upper dark tunnels, though, to make sure that no one stays, or this tunnel side stays clean. Nafany will smoke off T-spawn. This round has slowed to a grinding halt. Sinners have already lost the opening frag. It's going to be tough to come back into this one. This is the force buy from Sinners. They did win 2 rounds. Nexus, I just happened to be looking at HLTV when I saw the round of 16 going on. It's like 1 a.m. for you, my guy. Go to sleep. Shock is able to find the head of Axel. Shiro's fighting off now as Shiro peeking back and forth. Beastic ruling out. Shiro is unable to find anything, and Shock, with the scout of all weapons, is able to win the duel against a superstar of Gambit. Hobbit on 6 HP. He doesn't want to give up a sound cue to Beastic. But now Nafany will find Shock. Beastic is going to be on short. Now it's going to be a one-on-one, but 15 seconds left on the clock. He has to win this duel, and he is! Beastic with a nice readjustment onto Nafany, and finally, a 3rd round on the board for Sinners. Alright, so, I mean, it's not necessarily been you got GTA casinos to rob. Alright, my guy. Well, Beastic comes flying at a CT and secures him the 3rd round. And, I mean, yeah, Beastic with a 1-on-2. It's been multiple clutches to keep them in the game. Shock almost burns alive, though. Hobbit, top middle, Beastic. Oh, the one-way. Just a sort of one-way for Beastic. Can't even see him. And, oh, well, Shock is there actually to trade back. Will tap down Shiro on the AWP. AK is better than the op, it seems. But now it's going to be a 3-on-4. Canny in upper dark. And Hobbit, he's in pursuit. But is Canny ready for it? He's going to go ahead and secure that one. Easy peasy. And now he's going to spot all of them flying towards him. Hobbit might go ahead and vacate that upper dark tunnels. He does not want to go down without a fight. Hobbit, oh, he's on such low HP. He doesn't have a smoke to hold him down either. That Molotov might be the end of him. And it'll force him out into the open. And Setko should finish him off. Inters has rotated it onto the bomb site. He could be the man to hold it down, and as well as Nafany might be tested on Catwalk, and Shock is low HP. This should be an easy frag for one, but he gets traded out, and now Inters is in a nearly Very tough 1-on-2. The other side of the map right now, if he finds Zedko, though, a 1-on-1 will be on the cards, but Zedko is good. And it's going to be an 11-4 half for Sinners. Infinitely better than what was on Vertigo, considering Gambit were leading, at least. To remove the things at the bottom. Okay. I keep it there just for keepsakes. But yeah, I'll probably utilize that in the future. I'm gonna keep it as is for now, but yeah, I guess to make it look a little bit more professional, yeah, you know what? That actually is better. Oh, I put it in incorrectly. Oh boy, we're gonna be hopping into the second pistol round. Show bindings. Boop. I probably got it wrong. Anyways, I probably have to like restart to GoTV or whatever. But anyways, it's gonna be the pistol round. Gambit leading 11-4 on their map choice. Is not looking good for Sinners. But there's always a chance. CT momentum is a real possibility, and it looks like it's gonna be a little bit of a mid setup here. Everyone's just holding these little crossfire angles, and Axel's going to be the first man to walk into the crossfire. Zedko dueling out. Nothing there, though, as this A-bomb site is actually just free for the taking. It's going to be a 4-on-5 retake, unless they instantly find the lurk of Shiro. They're going to be hard clearing this, and Zedko is going to be able to clean him up. And there you go. Into the retake. Now for 3-on-5. But they're going to be pushing on Cat in a large duel. Just a flurry of frags. But Hobbit and Inters will both find one. They remain alive on the bomb site. Into Inters with 2 quick headshots. But Hobbit goes down in the process. He has to be on for the 4K. Neofrag pushing up onto this bomb site, though. Headshot angle there for Inters. But he will come out victorious at the end of the day. 2K for Neofrag and a 5th on the board for Sinners.
Counter-terrorists win.
$11 to 5. And well, here we go. Gambit, they did get a bomb plant, so they can't afford to force buy, but they're just going to go for the little bit of a half buy. A bad smoke on mid. Zedgo will get tagged up as a result. As well, Nafany's going to be pushing in towards the lower side. Nothing to be said here in middle. It's mostly a very passive setup. They give up full mid control. In fact, they're not just playing the bomb sites right now, leveraging their weaponry advantage. But who knows? Maybe the Deagles of Gambit could crack open the bomb site. Nafany with one on him. There's actually 2 smokes for a decent execute onto this as well. I believe Hobbit will be scrambling over to assist in the execute. And there he is. Looking to drop the CT drop-down smoke. They're looking to bring down multiple different angles into their bomb site take. Who's going to be fragging here? It looks like it's going to be Shiro, just going to obliterate Candy on the bomb site. And Neofrag, he's alone here. They're going to he's going to catch one, but he's actually going to get traded. And now this is actually looking like it's going to be catastrophic for Sinners.
Ty píčo mě vyhul. A poblíž vajca, vole.
I leave it on. Oh, but B-Stick, the worst possible timing. And it's going to be the full eco victory. Neofrag gonna go ahead and crack up. And yeah, I mean, it's so...
Na farme nabídal mě ace do piči, ti říkám, kdyby mě nedal toto.
I mean, you always... Well, okay, I have no idea what he's saying, but, I mean, of course, the attitude is totally granted. I mean, you lose the force buy round. What can you do but laugh? You lost your map pick 16 to 1. It's looking very hopeless. Yeah, I guess he is laughing. I'm not sure necessarily exactly what he's laughing at, but of course, B-Stick, the worst possible timing he could have had on that, so unfortunate for him. There's Shiro. Picking towards middle. Mid-cross smoke is in. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a fast cap play. Neofrag will get boosted up. Zedko going to be the first man in middle, though. Mid-control fully established, but long control for Gambit on the other side of the map. And now Zedko's fast up middle. Inters might be able to deal with him. Potentially, he's aware of this. He's aware of this. And actually, good readjustment from Zedko will award him a frag. And this might prompt Gambit to push the go button. As Neofrag is going to toss out, well, a frag. Deals some significant damage to Nafany and Axel. That's going to be nothing too shabby. Nafany will actually take attack through the smoke. And now the bomb site take is rolling in. Axel's the man with the bomb, and Zedko's the man with the M4. He's actually going to find his second frag of the round. Nafany with the scout, though, will fight back onto the bomb site. Now Shock is here, and now they should know that Zedko is here, and Shiro screwing AWP. He gets good with the FAMAS, but Kenny will find one. And Shiro there with a third. CT weaponry seems like it's his domain, as Hobbit was there to clean up. And 13-5, Gambit looked like they're just going to run away with the half. Run away with the game, knocking on the door of a 2-0 victory. And, I mean, (13-5) as Sinners are looking very, very grim at the moment. I mean, it's going to be a long I said this earlier, but it is going to be a long demo session after this one, assessing the mistakes in each round, and actually looking at how well Gambit played this game, because they played well individually, and evidently there's that. Kenny, I thought he might have been able to find something, but nothing there. Neofrag is just going to sit in CT spawn. Yeah, Gambit really just flexing on Sinners at the moment, and Neofrag, he stares at the grenade, he stares at his demise. Flawless round for Gambit, 14-5. And tough luck. Gambit in, I would say, a little bit of, Gambit in the driver's seat. Sinners in just a little bit of trouble. As 14-5. It's not looking good for Sinners. They're going to go in and buy in. They're going to go in and give it their best shot. It's already looked better than what they did on Vertigo. They lost their own map pick 16-1, so 16-5. Somewhat better, I'd say. Gambit should be having a fun time. Beastic and company. Oh, but look at Shock go! Look at Shock. Wait, hold on. What's going on? The smoke has been thrown in, and Shock is actually pushed into despawn. This is actually a very cheeky maneuver, but Beastic, well, Gambit will be awarded an opening kill, and now Shock has to start moving quickly if he wants to have any impact on the round. Canny here at long, and Neofrag, he's going to be in charge of holding down this A bomb site. He's waiting for the flashbangs to come rolling in, but he's going to have to concede short control. Concede the short fight. The smoke blocking out the headshot line, but Shock will be able to deal with Axel trying to run out alongside, but Nafany and Shiro kill the two bomb site defenders. Shock, another kill for him on this lurk. As now, well, Akani is painted into a corner right now, and Shock, well, he's on for the ace. 3 kills for him. And, well, he gets naded down to 5 HP, and here comes Hobbit. It's an easy frag. 15-5 match point, 10 match points to play with. Easy stuff for Gambit. And it looks like they're chilling themselves to a semi-final appearance. It's looking fairly done and dusted. Looking just Sinners with the triple scout setup. Looking to just have a little bit of a blast here. A last laugh. Some fun stuff. Match point for Gambit, and they almost line up, but Stephanie... Whew! Sneezes on him. Anyways. Close mid doors. Nafany's in a little bit of trouble, or is he? He's really in trouble. Call an ambulance for B-Stick. As Shiro's going to miss a shot, and Canny's going to be the next one to face. Next one to turn it around. Shiro goes in and take him down. 2 on 4. And it's, for the most part, a sad game. Zedko has a scout. He's just going to be going for the no-scope. So it is undoable for Sinners, and that's going to be it. 2-0 for Gambit. Complete dominance. 32-6 in the round total. And that's going to be the end of the game. And easy stuff for them at the end of the day. GG's. But, you know, it's experience for Sinners facing off against this Tier 1 opposition. And really, I mean, it was an easy game for Gambit, but it's something for Sinners to learn off in the future. There's nothing, it's nothing bad about necessarily losing so badly. So, I mean, it's not all bad. It's still a loss. It's still a terrible loss by no means. But there's still something to be learned here for Sinners. And so Gambit will be advancing into the closed qualifier, or into the, not even the closed qualifier, but just the qualifier bracket, where they're going to be facing off against the winner of Invictus International versus Opal.